Houston, our instruments are showing that we have a incoming message from deep space. Repeat, Houston, we have an incoming message from deep space. Houston, we will begin playing message now. Houston, we're going to try and translate that up here. Hold for translation. Translation complete. We'll begin playing message now.
Hey, it's me, Melissa.
What do you do when the aliens invade? Take a shot of MK Ultra and watch Melissa Jade. Put on your tinfoil hat and tune right in. We got that crime spree, flat earth theories, government conspiracies, a complex Mandela effects, unidentified objects, a mind expanding, fake moon landing, what are dolphins understanding? It's me, Melissa. It's me, Melissa. Aliens is on the sun or in Area 51. Time travels, unravels, haunted castles, cops are baffled, potential experimental thoughts that make you transcendental. It's me, Melissa. It's me, Melissa. Crime sprees, flat earth theories, government conspiracies, complex Mandela effects, unidentified objects of mind expanding, fake moon landing, what are dolphins understanding? It's me, Melissa. It's me, Melissa.
I accidentally lied to everybody. In my other live. I don't think it redirects you unless you're watching the replay. So they're going to get stuck in a loop of waiting for a redirect. But they'll eventually find us over here. They'll eventually find us. So it's fine. It's fine. But welcome. It's been so long since I've seen you guys. I sat over there and I so confidently told you guys, just wait. You'll get redirected. They're sitting over there like, and then I realized, yeah, I don't think actually it will. Actually, you did, Dara? Okay. See, all right. You know what? It worked for a couple of you. So, but it'll definitely work for replay watchers. Okay. Listen, it was the first time I did it, so just give me some slack here. Hi, Poopberry. How are you? Hi, CW Media. Hello, anybody who wasn't with us for the previous live. I am so very excited to start the first of the series of the case files of Letecia Stauch. I know Alex Erickson, Crime Curious, and Miss Bendy Lou was getting deep into these case files, and I very much look forward to going over this with you guys too. Welcome, Violetta. Thank you so much for joining. And so, yes, Christina, awesome. This is basically going to be going over all of the stuff that the trial didn't show. Hey, Just Jen, welcome. This is going to be going over yep, we're just gonna say that's why. That's definitely why. Harley, that sounds good to me. Oh well, Violetta, thank you so much for joining. So we're gonna be going over the stuff that the trial did not cover. And, I will give you guys the trigger warning that this is a very sensitive and triggering case, and it's not suitable for all audiences. So viewer discretion is advised. This case is a case that is very near and dear to my heart. If you've been a follower or a subscriber to this channel, you know that we covered the trial of Letecia Stauch in depth. So it is definitely going to be very interesting and very intriguing to be able to go through these case files and to allow us to have even more insight than what we had even leaving the trial. And I know Allie and both the Jens did such a wonderful job going over it. And I just look forward to being able to discuss these things with you guys as well and hear your thoughts. And yeah, so I appreciate it very much. And hi, Brandy. So there's a couple of things I'm going to go over today, and thank you so much to Allie for sending me them, because again, I am not tech savvy at all, and so I have over the 1,000 pages that she sent, and I have no idea how to properly. I know Control F is search, except I clearly cannot search properly. So she actually just sent me screenshots, and that makes life so much easier for me. So there's a couple of things that I do want to go over today. And so the first thing that I am going, well, you know what? Actually, before I do that, I'm going to pull up. All right. I'm just going to pull this up real quickly. Oh no, there's 20 people still sitting waiting to be redirected. I feel so bad. Oh, Misa Sweet Mom, I'm sorry. So I just want to pull this up real quickly. And it says, this is a supplemental to case number 20-1382. And it says, on February 5th, 2020, at approximately 13:15 hours, I, Sergeant Kurt Smith, responded to 6627 Mandan Drive for a waiver-supported walkthrough of the residence. District Attorney Dan May, Deputy District Attorney Michael Allen, District Attorney Investigator Brett Poole, EPSO Lieutenant Mitch Milhelko, Detective John Price, Detective Mark Riley, Crime Scene Tech Brooke Havko, Crime Scene Tech Christian Luer, and I conducted the walkthrough. During the walkthrough, possible blood spatter was observed on the wall in bedroom. Possible blood was seen on the mattress cover on the bed in room. A pillowcase in the laundry basket reacted to Blue Star and was collected. Detective McCormack authored a search warrant. I think that's supposed to say authorized search warrant for the residence. During a search of the bedroom, I located a comforter in the closet. The comforter had a red-colored substance on it, and it was seized as evidence by Technician Luer. I did not seize any other items. Nothing further. Status SAO. Okay. So the first thing that I'm going to watch, and thanks so much, Allie, for sending the screenshots. Is hi, Emily. Okay. Lena's interview. Oh, okay. So I know Allie went over this on her channel. This is something we did not have access to during the trial. During Letecia's trial, we actually really didn't hear anything when it came to what Lena experienced, saw, heard. Just little tiny mentions here or there that we were kind of left up to ourselves to interpret how we would, you know. Now, Lena was 8 at the time. I believe she's 8. Yeah. 8 years old. And they did not call her as a witness. And the reason that I think they didn't call Lena as a witness is especially depending on what we're about to read, I don't think they called her as a witness because it's very difficult to get consistent testimony from a child. But other than that, I think that the case they had against Letecia was strong enough that they didn't need to put Lena through the trauma of testifying, because that is very traumatic, and reliving the horror. And you guys, the truth is that Lena was there. And hey, King Scarlet, Lena very much was involved. And when I say involved, don't get me wrong, don't misunderstand what I'm saying. I'm not saying like involved in the murder. She was very much involved in the situation, unconsciously involved, unknowingly involved. And she's forever going to have to live with that. And as she gets older, she is going to have to come to terms and with realizations with how close to this situation she was. We could say she was closer than arguably Harley at times, the closest one. And even though a full interview was not able to be conducted, the little snippets that Lena does reveal in this partial interview that was done with her is horrifying. It's horrifying. Hi, Katie Rose. Hi, KPM. So again, I'm about to pull this up. But just trigger warning, the very sensitive material, and it's not suitable for all audiences. So just viewer discretion is advised. This was not released at trial. And all of this, I know Alex Erickson on her channel has amazing series, and she's going through all of the phone calls. If you haven't already checked her out, which I'm sure you guys all have already done, but she has been covering this in depth. She is the one who has been nice enough to even hand me over the case file. So please go check her out. And I know that both the Jens, Crime Curious, and Bendy Lou over at the Ward Case Studies also have been doing it. So please show them the love. And I will link Alex Erickson's channel in my description if you are somebody who is watching the replay. So let me actually put Curious here. Okay. So with that being said, we have, it says on February 7th, 2020, I Detective P. Vigil, number 111, and Detective J. Arndt, which is interesting because it was Detective Arndt who was in the JonBenet Ramsey case, of the El Paso County Sheriff's Office Investigation Division, was assigned to this case for follow-up. We were asked to observe forensic interview on redacted Stauch and Connor Taylor. Now, I know that these redactions are going to be confusing if you're reading it for the first time. It's redacted because it includes minors, but I'm going to read it because I know what the names are. The interviews were conducted at Safe Passage, located at 423 South Cascade Avenue. Both interviews were audio and video recorded. So this is the Safe Passage interview with Lena. Are you all here with me? Okay. Thank you for being a member for 8 months, Jordan. You're so sweet. Okay, so it says, all right, so this is with Lena's bio parents. Wait, no. Okay, yeah. So prior to the interview, they met with that it would be, but why would they redact that? Okay, I don't know. I guess they met with Alan Landon to obtain information that may assist in the interview. During the conversation, that they said they have been keeping Lena away from the media as much as they can. Alan Landon said that Lena did see the video that was put on the news because Al was watching it and Lena looked over his shoulder. Now, the video that they're talking about is the infamous video of Letecia backing up into the driveway and whether or not Gannon got out of the truck or not. The video on the news is a home camera security system where it is assumed that Letecia and Gannon got in the red truck in the driveway. Both parents said that Lena is seeking a lot more attention lately. They said that Lena is starting to put some things together from when Gannon went missing. They said Lena has realized that some of the things stepmother Letecia told Lena is just a lie. Lena has been calling Letecia a liar. Al and Landon said they are trying to not let Lena hear adult conversations about Gannon. Al and Landon said Lena is in counseling and has completed a session so far. During the counseling session, the counselor stated she just watched Lena and did not ask many questions. And I apologize when it's redacted. It takes me a moment to figure out which name is what. For a second, Allie, that's why for a second I scrolled down. I was like, wait a second, hold on. And then I figured out, I was like, nope, I read this already. Okay. I won't put no more money anymore. Have you been sending Letecia money, Blanca? Who would send Letecia money? Sorry, no judgment, but a little judgment, but don't send Letecia money. Crazy. Okay. So I can only imagine, Blanca. All right. Oh, you have to pay to send messages? Really? Is it expensive? It was an accident. I thought I was adding to my account. I actually did it to hers. I was so mad. Oh, that would make me so mad. Oh, man. I wouldn't want to give her a fucking cup of noodles. You could fucking trade a cup of noodles for some shit in prison. Well, literal shit and other shit, you know. $10? Oh, hell no. Hell no. Fucking. I would do it for Maria Sanchez. I wouldn't do it for fucking Letecia. I could tell you that. All right. So this is the safe passage interview with Lena. You could email it to me, Blanca. Hold on. I would love to see it. So hold on. My email's going to drop 1 second. Okay, here you go. There you go, Blanca. So it's just melissajade1220@gmail.com. Hi, Malibu Surfer. Welcome. All right. So it says, when it was time for the forensic interview to begin with Lena, she didn't want to go into the interview room. Karen, along with Lena and staff from the safe passage, Karen, along with, I think it says, Alan Landon and staff from Safe Passage attempted to get Lena in the interview room for a while. However, Lena didn't want to go in the room. At first, Lena didn't want to leave the playroom, and then she would run around the building into different rooms and hide underneath a table in a conference room. While she was running around the hallways, she was laughing and saying she did not want to be in there. Due to attempting to get Lena into an interview room, there were 2 CDs made with recordings. The first CD consisted of attempting to get Lena into a room, and the second CD consisted of the interview with Lena. After approximately 30 minutes, at approximately 9:52 a.m., Lena went into the interview room with Karen, and the interview began. Can you imagine how hard it would be to try to get an interview with an 8-year-old child who just went through what she went through, and to try to obtain such pertinent information, to try to obtain such vital details, but with a child, you know, like they are bad with details, you know what I mean? Like, I can't imagine. The following is a synopsis of the interview with Lena and should not be considered a verbatim transcription. The interview was audio and video recorded, which was later placed on a CD and entered into El Paso County Evidence Facility, number 203, along with the notes and a drawing Lena completed. So Karen started the interview by attempting to build rapport with Lena. Karen told Lena that during this interview, she is not in trouble, and they just want to talk about stuff that is true and real. Lena nodded her head. Yes, she would talk to Karen. However, during the interview, Lena struggled to remain still, and on at least 2 occasions, she ran out of the interview room. Due to Lena unable to focus, a full interview could not be completed. However, the following information was obtained. It just makes me... This child. Because although I'm sure even getting a child, and hi Riley, right Al, even getting a normal, and when I say normal, I'm not saying that Lena's not normal versus in normal situations under normal circumstances, to get an 8-year-old child in an interview like setting, would be so hard, right? They would want to be joking around. No, I don't want to sit still. No, I don't want to talk. Like, come on. But the things that Lena does share within this interview, this partial interview, is so disturbing that it makes you wonder just how much she experienced, that now her brain is almost in a trauma response, blocking out certain things in a defense mechanism. And she's now not knowing in a little 8-year-old's mind how to cope with that. So you don't cope with it. You know what I mean? Like, and it's just, I can imagine terrifying, because not only did you go through what you go through, but then your parents aren't your parents right now, right? Your parents are going through the most horrific thing you can imagine. So they're gone. So I can't imagine how terrified she was. Just terrified. So here we go. Lena said they went hiking on Sunday, January 26, 2020. She began to explain the hike. She said at the end of the hike, Gannon used the bathroom in his pants. Lena says later that night, there was a fire. Gannon forgot to put his candle out, and the candle got knocked over. Letecia, even though her name is spelled wrong there, saved Bubba's. Bubba is a nickname that Lena uses for Gannon. Tisha put blankets over Gannon to put out the fire. Gannon had a little bit of fire on his shirt. When Lena was describing where the fire was on Gannon, she pointed to her left side lower abdomen. It is unsure if Gannon's shirt was on fire. Oh, thank you so much, Musicity Mom. That's so kind of you. Thank you. Mwah. Right, Allie. Gannon was her best friend. Lennon said she was Gannon's shadow. I know. Oh, so I will never recover from this case, even like just as an outsider, covering it, watching it, experiencing it. I could not imagine what this family's gone through. This is just a horrific one. Initially, I believe she was mimicking Harley and Letecia, refusing to speak and attempting to hide from anyone asking her questions. Wow, that's an interesting way to look at that. Corso, wow. And that's a totally alternative way to view things. That's interesting. It's a nice thought. Interesting. Okay. Lena said when the fire happened, she was in her bedroom on her bed. Lena heard the fire alarm going off. And let me pause for a second. This is so super interesting, and I know how hard it is, given that we're hearing it through an 8-year-old's perspective. But it's so interesting being able to hear the version of events as mixed up and scattered as they are and very with minimal detail. It's super interesting for me to hear this version of events from an alternative perspective, because we never had that. So Lena heard the fire alarm going off. Tisha said, "Load up in the car with the puppies." Gannon was freaking out, saying, "I'm sorry. I'm really sorry." Tisha kept saying, "Okay, it's okay." They drove around in the car. When they got back home, Tisha told Lena to go into Tisha's room because she did not want Lena to go into her own bedroom. Lena said Tisha did not want Lena in her own room because people can look through her window. Which I'm going to tell you this, guys. Pause. I'm going to tell you this. That was such a strange comment. Lena is not making that up. And when I say that, I'm not saying that Lena would intentionally be making any of this up versus the way an 8-year-old's brain works. Versions of events could become mixed and scattered. What I'm saying is that was such an out there comment that she remembered. I 100% believe that's what Letecia said, because there's no way an 8-year-old would make that up and for it to fit and apply so well for a paranoid person. And Letecia was in an extremely paranoid state of mind. You see what I'm saying? So Letecia had told Lena that she didn't want Lena in her own room because people could look through her windows. I know, Debbie. I know, I agree. I think they didn't know if they were going to call Lena or not. I think that they kept Lena on the witness list, and their goal was to never call Lena, but depending on how the trial went, if they had to call Lena, they were going to call Lena. But their goal was to not call her. And as the trial evolved, they saw that this was going in their direction. It was going in their benefit. And they did not feel it was necessary to call her. But I think that they kept that option open. So Tisha did not want Lena in her own room because people can look through her window. Lena was in Tisha's room and was watching the puppies. Tisha was downstairs with Gannon. Lena could hear Gannon crying. Karen said, "What happened next?" Lena said, "Then it was the next day." Which, okay, I tried to look at it. Hi, Angie. I try to look at it through the like what we know to be fact. We know that video that Letecia recorded of Gannon crying downstairs in the dark was taken. He was alive. He was crying. Lena was in Leticia's bed with the dogs at the time that happened. So what she's saying actually adds up so far with what we can verify. Now, whether Lena went to sleep and it really was the next day, whether she's getting time mixed up, which, hey, I get my time mixed up. And these days must have been a blur with trauma. Or whether her brain as a self-defense mechanism is blocking it out. I don't know. But what I do know is based on the evidence, we can verify that Lena was in Letecia's bed at the time that recording happened, and Gannon was downstairs in the dark and crying. Yes, Crime Curious, Debbie is writing the book, and I cannot wait. She's very talented, and you're referring to, I think, Alex Erickson. They are all amazing. And I very much look forward to the continued coverage and Jen's release of her book. It's going to be amazing. Karen asked Lena how Gannon's shirt caught on fire and how she knew that. How did Lena know Gannon's shirt caught on fire? Lena said the shirt did catch on fire, and she knew this because Tisha told her. Tisha showed Lena her burn mark. When Lena was describing where Tisha got burned, she pulled up her sleeve on her left arm and pointed to the bottom of her forearm. Now, I'm going to pause for a second. In the footage with Letecia in the interview, she does that, guys. In that fucking windbreaker jacket. When the same interview where she ends up having the EMS called because my heart, and she stuffs tissues down her pants. When she talks about the fire, she does this exact thing, which again gives Lena even more credibility as far as the version of events she's relaying in this interview. Because exactly what Letecia does, if you're familiar with that interview, Letecia pulls up the sleeve to her windbreaker jacket and she points to the burn on her forearm. So this is exactly what we've seen Letecia do with our own eyes. Thank you, Position 69. So again, even though this is not a full-on interview, and although Lena struggles so far, what Lena may be struggling to relay because she's a child, but what she has relayed so far seems to be incredibly accurate. She says Gannon's burns were also on his arm, but Lena did not know what arm it was on. Karen asks how she knew this. Lena said, "'Cause Tisha told me." Lena said Tisha was freaking out and described this as Tisha in her room taking several very deep breaths, and then said she fell asleep in her bed. When Tisha was freaking out, Gannon was in Lena's bed because there was smoke downstairs. Ready? Tisha and Lena put Gannon in Gannon's bed. Gannon was crying, but not anymore when he went into Gannon's bed. Gannon did not say anything when he was crying. Oh, thank you, Musicity Mom. That's so kind of you, and congratulations to whoever received it. That's so super kind. Oh, I'm sure, Blanca, yeah. And I think I read that right, Allie, right? Tisha and Lena put Gannon in Lena's bed. Gannon was crying, but not anymore when he went into Lena's bed. Gannon did not say anything when he was crying. Oh, Harley got it. Oh, awesome. Wait, I think it's Lena's bed. Allie, it's Lena's bed, isn't it? Yeah. Yep. Yes. I'm sorry. Because they moved him. Yep. I'm sure. I'm sorry. So it's Tisha and Lena put Gannon in Lena's bed. Gannon was crying, but not anymore when he went into Lena's bed. Gannon did not say anything when he was crying. Lena said when it was time for her to go to bed. Gannon was taken to his room by Tisha and Lena, so Lena could sleep in her bed. Lena said when Tisha moved Gannon to his room, Gannon was asleep. Okay? So originally, we have Tisha freaking out. Taking deep breaths and everything. Then Letecia and Lena have to put Gannon in Lena's bed. Gannon is crying, but not anymore when he goes into Lena's bed, which tells me, guys, something happened after that video. That video we see with Gannon saying, sorry, yes, that horrible video, heartbreaking video. He was crying, but not anymore when he went in my bed. Yet Letecia had to wake Lena up, and she had to have Lena help move Gannon downstairs to his room. Gannon was asleep. He was not conscious, guys. Or so it appears he was not conscious. It says, Harley came home from work at Massage Envy. She came home and began loving her dog, Chance. Tisha and Lena told Harley what happened, referencing the candle. Harley asked if Gannon was okay. Tisha told Harley, you have to go to... Tisha told Lena, you have to go to sleep in your bedroom. So Lena went to her room and went to sleep. Lena said when she went to bed, Tisha and Harley were watching TV in the living room. Hey, Becky P, have fun. Get a strike for me. Oh, thanks, Allie. Okay, so Lena said Tisha was freaking out and described this as Tisha in her room taking several very deep breaths and then said she fell asleep in her bed. When Tisha was freaking out, Gannon was in Lena's bed because there was smoke downstairs. Tisha and Lena put Gannon in Lena's bed. Gannon was crying, but not anymore when he went into Lena's bed. Gannon did not say anything when he was crying. Lena said when it was time for her to go to bed, Gannon was taken to his room by Tisha and Lena, so Lena could sleep in her own bed. Lena said when Tisha moved Gannon to his room, Gannon was asleep. Harley came home from work at Massage Envy. She came home and began loving her dog Chance. Tisha and Lena told Harley what happened, referencing the candle. Harley asked if Gannon was okay. Tisha told Lena, "You have to go to sleep in your bedroom." Lena went to her room and went to sleep. Lena said she went to bed, and Tisha and Harley were watching TV in the living room. He did have blunt force trauma. He had blunt force trauma. He had medication in his system and gunshot and stab wounds. Okay, Allie. When Gannon was in Lena's bed, Lena was in Daddy's room in the bed with dogs. Lena said Daddy was on an airplane. Lena said the following day she had school because it was Monday, January 27th, 2020, the day Gannon was killed, guys. Gannon could not go to school because of his tummy, Lena said. Tisha made this up, and it was just a lie. Lena talked about Tisha putting Gannon in the car, went somewhere, dropped him off, and then came back home. Which tells you Lena was watching the news and Lena was overhearing adult conversations. Karen asked how Lena knew about that. She said she saw it on someone else's camera. He lives 2 houses down and his camera can see all the way to his house. This was also the video that was on the news that Lena saw. When Lena went to school, she said Gannon was in his room sleeping. She knew he was asleep because she helped put him in his bed. Okay? She knew he was asleep because she helped put Gannon in his bed. When she helped put him in his bed, Karen asked what Gannon looked like. Lena demonstrated straightening her body out on the couch to act as if she was sleeping, and she closed her eyes. See, and I'm pausing for a second. Part of me would say that it would have had to been under very dire circumstances for you to involve Lena, meaning Letecia, for Letecia to involve Lena, because that's a witness. You would never want to do that, right? So unless she was really struggling and absolutely needed Lena's help, why would she do that? But then I remind myself, all right, this is Letecia we are talking about, and she is not in her right state of mind, and she did crazy things. But she knew Lena would be an issue. Lena could be someone who could rat her out. So I don't understand why she would even have Lena help. Hi, Jamie. Well, she did, but she lied. But she said a lot of things, Jamie. Yeah, he was very sluggish. She was absolutely, I believe he was medicated, and he was already injured at that point too. Oh yeah, that monster smash position, that was bad. She said Tisha had to bend Gannon's legs because he was too sleepy to walk. Tisha and Lena helped Gannon go downstairs. They took him to his bedroom. Then Lena saw the fire spot. She described a big cutout on the carpet near the couch. She said there was also some candle wax on the couch. Okay, so here we go again. This is moving Gannon from Lena's bed downstairs to his bedroom, and Letecia needing Lena's help. And she describes Letecia needing to bend Gannon's legs because he was too tired to walk. And what I'm imagining is he did not have the stability to be on his feet. And so the way I'm imagining it is one arm over Letecia and one arm over Lena. Yet he wasn't capable of putting one foot in front of the other. And so Lena being shorter than Gannon, that wouldn't really work out as far as just kind of carrying him and his feet would lift up. You know what I mean? So that would result in Letecia taking the brunt of that weight and having to kind of guide his legs forward. And that might be what Lena's referring to as bending his legs. He's too tired to walk. And Lena may have been asking, like, why can't he walk? Oh, he's too tired, and she's moving his legs for him. But again, this makes you ask, Letecia could have picked Gannon up on her own and carried him downstairs. He did not weigh that much. Why did she include Lena? Why did she include a witness? Why'd she risk that? Well, I think it was the medication that made him like this at this point. So then it says Lena said she was getting ready for school. Harley was at work. Lena asked Karen if she could use the restroom. When Karen and Lena came back into the room, Karen continued the conversation, discussing what occurred when she came back home from school. Lena said Tisha was the only one home and she just got done working out. Which, you want to know what that tells me? She was sweaty and out of breath and a mess. And we know Lena got home literally right after Letecia killed Gannon. Like, Lena arrived home while Letecia was in the midst of doing what she just did. So she says Letecia just got done working out, which means as soon as Lena walked in the door, Leticia's sweaty, a mess, out of breath. She's like, I'm working out. So, of course, in Lena's mind, oh, she just got done working out. She's going to remember that. We know that's not the truth, though. That's not the truth. Lena asked Tisha where Gannon was. And she replied he was downstairs sleeping. Lena asked if she could go check on him, and Tisha said no. Lena described Tisha as cleaning stuff. Tisha was cleaning her room and the kitchen. She got the supplies to clean from under the sink. While Tisha was cleaning, Lena went outside to ride Gannon's bike because something was wrong with her bike. When Lena was done riding her bike, Tisha was the only one at the house and she was still cleaning. She was cleaning her room and the kitchen. Now, I don't think she was cleaning her room and the kitchen. I just think that Lena sees Letecia in the kitchen getting supplies and stuff, and she associated her being in there with cleaning it. You know what I mean? Lena said when Tisha went to pick up Albert from the airport, she stayed at the babysitter's house. When asked what occurred next, Lena said it was Tuesday. Lena did not go to school because Gannon was missing. Lena said that Tisha acted good with her and then left the room. Karen was able to get Lena back to the room to continue the interview. Karen was able to only ask one more question of what Lena had to eat. Lena replied, popcorn, soup, beef jerky for a snack, and had cereal for dinner. Lena then walked out of the room, concluding the interview. No, I'm from Long Island, New York, to Scorso. I've never been told I have a Pennsylvania accent before, but interesting. So that's heartbreaking, guys. And if this is just a little bit of insight that an 8-year-old child is able to give, again, this is I'm circling back to what I said when I started, before I read the statement, well, the interview notes, and it's terrifying to think how much Lena actually experienced. Lena carried Gannon with Letecia. What condition was her brother in? Essentially, her stepmother really had Lena aid in the death of her brother, her best friend, her Bubba. And we also heard the horror that she made Lena help clean the blood. We heard that before. That she forced Lena to help clean because poor Lena thought that it was just blood from Gannon picking his burns. So as if this child already didn't suffer enough, as she gets older, the realization that she's going to have to come to fact with just how involved she was. See, KPM, it was weird because they said, I'll have to go back with how they said it. They said that Letecia said she had Lena help clean. And I think that's true. I have to go back to see what they said though. But this is she had Lena help carry Gannon. Unconscious. You know, like it's terrifying. She put her brother to bed for the last time. You grasp that, right? No, she did not. Lena did not tell the therapist she helped clean. It was something I think Letecia said. I don't know if Allie's here or maybe Crime Curious, where specifically it first came out that she had Lena help clean. I think it actually was Letecia. In one of her many stories, she admitted to Lena helping clean the wall. Yes, it was something. Which I absolutely believe that. Oh, well, Allie showed me that. The peanut butter threat. I've seen the peanut butter threat now, and it's ridiculous. But yeah, Lena put her brother to bed for the last time. And that's you'd like to think as time passes that the trauma is gonna not resolve. It's never gonna resolve versus yeah, and she told Grusing, right, FBI agent Grusing, that Lena helped too, right? So she said it multiple times. Not resolve, but unfortunately with Lena, I think only as time continues that the horror is only going to settle in more. Oh, happy birthday, Tiffany. Yeah, that's what it just said to Scoresco. Okay, so the next thing is Landon accusing Letecia of abusing Lena. Well, like I said, Allie showed me the note in the peanut butter brie, and if I knew that this was oh my god, it's even more ridiculous than I imagine in my head. I don't know if she showed it on her channel yet, but it's insane. And I didn't realize her food was checked prior. And so this fucking note barely had any peanut butter on it. It was long as fuck. It was like a CVS receipt. You would have seen it, okay? Oh yeah, I'll pull up the screenshots, Blanca. I'll pull them up. So it says on March 6, 2020 at 8:37 a.m., Detective John Price was contacted by Detective Sergeant Jacob Abenshaw. He told me he received a phone call last night from and it's redacted. And it says she attended a school function at which she learned there were reports of physical abuse made to the staff at Grand Mountain Elementary School. The reports are alleged to have occurred last fall and again 2 weeks prior to the disappearance of Gannon, which this makes me angry that there were reports of abuse. The report in January was the result of a bruise on Gannon, which his teacher thought was indicative of physical abuse. No report of this bruise was made to DHS. Gannon's teacher is redacted. Sergeant Abenshaw directed me to follow up on this concern. Wow. At 10:12 a.m., I spoke with Mrs. Bullard Hoyt via telephone. She stated she met with a DHS caseworker yesterday and learned that DHS had no prior reports of child abuse concerning Gannon or Lena. However, Landon has learned sometime last fall Gannon reported to his teacher that he had been physically abused by Letecia. Further, 2 weeks prior to his disappearance, he showed bruises to his teacher and reported that Letecia had caused them. Oh, I'm sorry, not to his teacher. It says he showed bruises to redacted and reported that Letecia had caused them. Redacted reported it to the school administration, but the complaint did not go any further. 2 weeks before. Talk about failing this child. Landon also stated in May 2019, Lena suffered an injury to her upper lip. And we've heard about this. We heard about this a long time ago. Remember that person who spoke out on the WTF Wicked Truth and F-bombs about Lena having an injury? This is that. She told Landon Letecia had rubbed her head into the carpet. Lena said Letecia had rubbed her head into the carpet. This injury was seen by a substitute teacher at Webster Elementary School. Redacted. Mrs. Redacted is the mother of Redacted. Friend Redacted. Mrs. Redacted reported the injury to the administration of Webster Elementary School. The school did not forward the allegation of child abuse to DHS or law enforcement. Landon confronted Redacted about this abuse. he responded with an angry text demanding that Landon apologize to Letecia for this accusation. Landon sent me a copy of this text and 2 photos of Lena's lip injury. She stated she had already disclosed this information to a detective during a prior interview and that these images had already been discovered during a download of her cell phone. Landon did not have any additional information. I researched and discovered both Redacted and the staff of Grand Mountain Elementary School have been interviewed by Detective Bethel. That is ridiculous. And Riley. Mrs. Troutman has also apparently been interviewed by an unknown detective. Detectives Bethel and Riley are not working today. I sent Landon a text informing her of my plan to confer with Detectives Bethel and Riley and to pursue this matter further after that. So there was reports of the abuse. Hey, Claus, I hope you feel better. That was Al who made Landon. Oh, Jesus Christ. Don't mention that to me, Allie, because I'm trying to do good. But goddamn. This kid did exactly Claus. This kid did exactly what he should have done. Do you know how scary it is that as a child, the only authority that you know are your parents? The only authority that you know are your parents. You're not scared of the police. You're scared of mom, scared of dad, stepmom. Letecia was that parent role. She was the authoritative role. She was the main caretaker. Do you know how scary it must have been for Gannon to report what was going on? The risk that a child in their head, they don't understand in his mind, if they told Letecia the risk he faced of retaliation for doing that. Oh my God, I'm sorry. I want to cry for real. Like, he tried and they did nothing. It's fucking, so there's something about Gannon, man. He was just, and like, I know, like, with every victim, like, it sucks, you know, like, but with Gannon, I swear he's just, he's one of the victims that really just hits hard. Everyone failed that child. They really did. But to find out that he reported the abuse as recently as 2 weeks before his brutal murder. Yes, Malibu Surfer. It's very upsetting. Okay. So 2 more things I want to go through for this episode, and then we'll pull up the text messages of Letecia's that I'm sorry, what's your name? 1 second, because you're new here. Bianca has sent me. So let me pull up. This is going to be Letecia, who called the tip line from jail. So it says, on Friday, August 8th, 2020, Detective Bethel conducted further follow-up on this case. I received an email from Nicolette DuBois, who is a crime analyst for EPSO and is currently monitoring the EPSO tip line. Nicolette informed me Letecia Stauch called the tip line twice on August 6, 2020. Nicolette summarized the content of the calls in an email to me and provided me with the recording of the calls. The following is a summary of her email. Good morning. I wanted to let you know Letecia Stauch called the CJC crime tip hotline twice yesterday from A2 at 0716 and 0747 from jail. She called the tip line twice. In the first call, she said she wants to report something going on, and she knows people here hate her, and she didn't do what people think she did. She says people are money laundering money and that they used to do it out of a coffee store, but now another location. They are taking kids out of the back of vans, going to kill more kids, and the moment you don't agree to be involved, they will hurt you or someone you care about. They are also trying to break out one of their leaders from a supermax, and they have an engineer helping. She knows places you can go in Cannon County and Denver to find them. This is what got her into this situation in the first place. They hurt her child already and are getting worse. They are in Colorado Springs right now. The second call was just seeing if anyone got her message because time is of the essence and she wants to talk to someone. So again, 2 calls in one day. Again, it shows the way how impulsive her brain is, where she makes a call to the tip hotline and she doesn't hear back the same day and she already calls back like, yo, what's going on? The calls were placed into evidence as item number 809. District Attorney Michael Allen was made aware of the calls and contacted Mrs. Stauch's attorneys to see if an interview would be feasible. I have nothing further at this time. Case status CBA. And then the last piece we'll go over tonight, which again, thank you so much, Allie, for sending the screenshots because it made it so much easier until I figure out how to navigate that PDF. Is Harley unposting videos. Oh, thanks, Sandy South. So, this says, I began reviewing the download of evidence item number 689, a Canon GTX camera, which was seized from 1250 Birch Avenue in Conway, South Carolina. Images. I did not find anything of evidentiary value in this section. Videos. The videos searched between January 20th, 2020 and March 2nd, 2020 were made by Letecia's daughter, Harley. In the videos, she was creating content for a YouTube channel. The following is a summary of the videos that pertain to this case. They are not a verbatim transcription. So, in the video titled Redacted, was created on 2/16/20 at 2:13 a.m. Harley discussed Gannon being missing for 3 weeks. She mentioned how the case has gone nationwide and stated she wanted to discuss some of the assumptions that were made. A smoke detector beeping can be heard in the background. Harley stated she was with her family that Sunday morning, but then went to work that evening. Harley said her mother told her about the fire around 10:30 p.m. when she returned home. Harley said they were checking on Gannon throughout the night because they were concerned the fire had traumatized Gannon. Harley continued, stating she checked on Gannon Monday morning and then went to work. She said she was at work from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. and she has no knowledge of anything and did not help her mother at all. Harley mentioned her mother had an interview with news reporters and came back to the van to speak with Harley. Harley stated the news stations took the conversation between her and her mother out of context and edited the video to make it sound like she said, "Do you want me to say yes?" Harley denied making this statement and explained she was asking her mother if she could talk about any other things, such as the fire, because she did not want to hinder the investigation. Harley said people were accusing her of doing it herself or helping her mother. Harley added this was not true. Harley said she has been getting death threats and messages from random people. She said she wanted to remind people she is a minor. She asked for people to focus on Gannon being missing and their family is hurting. Harley said the public needs to stop coming up with accusations. Harley said the video is to bring Gannon home and described him as kind and loving and helpful. Harley discussed the things that Gannon wanted, like helping people. She moved on to Facebook and said the groups that were created needed to be taken down. Harley asked people to come together and to pray for Gannon to bring him home. Harley spoke more about getting threats on Facebook and people are trying to ruin her life. Harley again mentioned she wanted to make the video for Gannon and for everyone to come together to think about a child is missing and to stop hurting her family more than they already are hurting. Harley said Gannon was always so sweet and caring, and she missed his smile. I remember this video. She said she hoped to find out something soon so he could come home. She told Gannon they all love him and they are all there for him and we're praying for him. Harley discussed her schedule on Sunday and Monday and said she did not help her mother and did not know anything that happened. She mentioned she saw Gannon Sunday night after the fire and he was fine. Harley said because of all the false accusations that have been made, she has lost everything and her family has been torn apart. Harley stated the police came, put her in handcuffs, and were screaming at her. Harley said she witnessed her mother have a gun pointed at her, and the police took her phone and her car that she had been paying for. Harley added it was wrong and the police will not give it back to her. Harley listed other property that was seized by police, such as her passport, birth certificate, and her computer. Harley said all of that happened because of the false accusations and she has so much stress on her and is terrified because they might come running at her with a gun again. Harley mentioned she was putting the video on this platform because she has locked down all her other social media after people found her. She mentioned people are commenting hateful things and what people are doing is wrong. She accused people of not considering that Gannon is missing and they as a family don't know what to do to help. Harley talked about the video being for Gannon and how they want him home and safe. Harley asked people to be proactive to bring Gannon home. The video concluded. The video labeled Redacted was created on 2/16/2020 at 2:32 a.m. Harley discussed Gannon being missing and her work schedule. She denied knowing what happened to Gannon or helping her mother. The content of the video was similar to the video labeled Redacted. The video concluded. The video labeled Redacted was created on 2/16/2020 at 2:36 a.m. Harley stated she was making the video to bring Gannon home. She stated the accusations made were hindering the investigation. Harley said she wanted to do what Gannon would do, which is to be kind to one another. Harley said the accusations have hindered the investigation, but it's not helping to find Gannon. Harley asked people to work together to focus on Gannon and the other missing children. Harley asked people to stop putting people down and said there was no reason she should be receiving death threats. Harley said it is hurtful to her and no one knows what the police have done to her and her family. Harley said the people making the bad comments are hurting a minor and are talking to a minor based on a situation where another minor is missing. Harley mentioned her mother was being accused as well. Harley believed because of the accusation the police hunted her down, put her in handcuffs, and took all her property. Harley said she was not even there. She was at work. She has done nothing wrong. Harley said she wanted the drama to stop and wants to bring her brother home. She said Gannon deserves better and she does not deserve the hateful comment towards her family. Harley told Gannon they all love him, miss him, and want him there. The video concluded. The video labeled redacted was created on 2/16 at 2:45 a.m. Harley stated she wanted to say her mom would never do anything to hurt those children because she loved them like they were her own, and she would do anything for them. Harley added that she loved them with all of her heart. Harley showed Gannon the dogs and told him they missed him and loved him and they want him home. The video concluded. You guys, she's making those videos minutes between each other. Okay. All right. So this is so weird that you could message Letecia. Oh my goodness. I'm going to pull up the messages between Letecia and our subscriber in chat. Are these in order though? Do you know? Okay. So, and you guys, there's over 1,000 pages in that case file. Again, shout out to Alex Erickson for allowing me to go through it. She's been doing amazing coverage on her channel with both Crime Curious Jen and the Word Case Studies Jen. And so there's a lot. Like I said, we're going to be doing an entire series going through everything in here because I'm just so invested in this case, and it's just really nice being able to have additional details with it. Thanks, B Crumbs. I'm realizing that. So that's what we're gonna do. So probably do 2 episodes a week regarding it. Whenever between, depending on what current other cases we're covering. But all right, so I'm setting these messages to myself, but let me see if they're in order. So this is our subscriber in the chat was messaging Letecia. Oh, MK. Thank you so. First of all, I love that you can now see when somebody gives membership from StreamYard's end. That is awesome. Number 2, thank you so much, MK. That is so kind of you, and that's very much appreciated. Thank you, and congratulations if you received a membership. Awesome. So I'm just trying to see if this is in an order. It's a bit out of order. I love seeing you guys when you're green. Yay! Thank you. Okay. So Little Red Riding Hood, when somebody gives a membership, a little gift box should pop up. And when it does, you need to click it and then click opt in for memberships. Or you could click the join button. And when you click the join button, I think there should be an option to opt in for memberships. But you have to wait. I think if you don't do it that way, you have to wait for somebody to gift again, and then a little gift option will pop up and you have to opt in. Hi, Shay Bonet. All right, I'm trying to just find the order because I want to be able to. Is the first hello in here? Okay, start of conversation. Okay, here. I found the start of conversation. Okay. 1. Um 6 7 8. I see. Okay. Sorry, guys. Give me 1 second. I just want it to be in order for you, or else it's pointless. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Almost done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, this is the Prisneyland? Huh. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm just gonna. I'm just gonna. You guys. We're just gonna do it. We're just gonna do it together. Because I can't do this on the spot. It's gonna drive me fucking crazy. What is happening in the chat? What are you guys doing? What? What happened? I looked away for what? What happened? Thanks, B Crowns, for gifting a membership. Yay, another one. What are all these numbers? I was saying numbers? Why? I didn't even know I was saying numbers. I was doing that. Oh fuck. I don't even realize I was doing it out loud. Sorry. Sorry, guys. Dude, I can't. The texts are very confusing as far as trying to put them in order. So we'll just do it together. But I was also trying to scroll them, no offense, but I have to make sure there was nothing in them. So, and look, there's my little live up there. These are not the same as my Brazilian messages. They're new. Okay, thank you very much. Well, you guys are all assholes then, because if you were trying to mess me up, you would have, you know what, you did. You all messed me up. This is exactly why I couldn't figure shit out, because you were all subconsciously sending all those fucking numbers to me. This is exactly why I couldn't figure it out. It's okay, Bianca. I'm sure we can figure it out together. Just tell everyone to cut the shit in the chat. Oh, thanks, me crumbs again. Yay! Who's gonna get it? Who's gonna get it? This is exactly why. I should have known you're all acting like a bunch of chaotic assholes. This is why. All right? Leave it up to my chat. Thistle! Yay, Thistle! I'm so excited. I love it when not the lurkers get it. Not saying that you can't just be a listener. When I say lurker, I mean like someone who's hate watching. But okay, yay, Thistle. Okay, so let's start with the first one and see where we land with the second one. Yeah, we can't have anything nice around here. Okay, so the first message is, okay, so if anybody doesn't know, because I know that Allie had this, thanks, B Crumbs again. Hell yeah. Who's gonna get it? Who's gonna get it? I just like doing this. Who's gonna get it? Who's gonna get it? Yeah, no, you're not lurker either, Amber. That's what I'm saying. I love when not lurkers get it. Like, and again, not saying just a viewer can't, versus I've had some people who it's like, you don't go here. Oh, Blanca got it. Yay, Blanca. Hell yeah. Okay. So, and thank you so much, B Crumbs. Oh, I'm not judging. I'm not judging. Blanca's like, don't judge, yo. I use this $10 as my advantage. I would if I could, Trish, but if you know me, I can't do an accent. Like, I could try, but it ain't gonna be Russian. It's gonna be disrespectful to any Russians here, because it's gonna be butchered. Thanks, Meat Feeds, for being a member for 17 months. And thank you, Cutie Pie, for being a member for a month. Do you have, the only reason why you wouldn't be able to, Idaho Charlie, is if you have a brand account. Like, I have a brand account, so I can't receive any gifted memberships. So unless you don't have a personal account and you have a brand account, which you would have had to like design it that way, you should be able to opt in for memberships. Thank you, because for being a member for 6 months. I know my chat. I didn't expect anything less from my chat. Come on, I'm chaos. Of course, I expect chaos from you guys too. Oh no, that is unacceptable, Michelle. Well, thank you for being a member for 21. So thank you for 96444-789-092268900. I appreciate it. Okay. So let's try again, shall we? So we have thank you, Shakdo, for being a member for a whole year. Happy to be part of this channel. I belong, you do. We belong. So there is a messaging app where apparently you can pay to message with inmates. I don't understand why inmates have this privilege to be able to just fucking DM. Yo, you could sext. Like, seriously, you could sext. Like, were you able to limit? Like, did you have to limit what you could talk about? I don't think so. You can fucking do what you want to do, right? So if you want to pay, you could text with inmates. People did. I knew that they had tablets. I had no idea that they could be messaging like this. You had to, well, clearly anyone really could be approved, right? You could sext. You could sext on this. Angel T. Thank you for being a member for 2 months. Seriously, all of your support is very much appreciated. Every single one of you is a member. And even if you're not a member and you're just a loyal subscriber, thank you so much for being here. Okay, so we have the introduction, start of conversation, October 9th, and it says you, meaning the person who is writing. And it says, hey, Stauch, how are you holding up? Been so worried about you, but I don't use social media too much. If you need something, please reach out. Yes, I can, Clicker. Don't tell me I can't. Yes, I can. And then it says you a minute later. Hey, Stauch, how are you holding up? Been so worried about you, but I don't use social media too much. If you need something, please reach out. Did you get charged twice for that? Oh, no, you can't, meaning you can't. Okay, I'm sorry. Were you talking about sexting? I'm sorry. You can't sext? Oh, each individual message doesn't pass through, you mean? It like, there's a period of time? Oh, approved. Okay. I see what you're saying. Like, each message, there's a period before it gets to Letecia where it gets approved. So you got charged twice, motherfucker. Dara, you is Blanca, the member in our chat right here, who had reached out to Letecia. I don't think so, MK. Unfortunately not. Even though she needs a grease screen. I can't imagine how greasy her screen is. So Letecia responds, I don't recognize this name. You says, you wouldn't. I don't use social media. I don't do social media. I added 10 to your account. Wait, does she have to pay the message too? Does Stauch, I love how you call her Stauch. Does Stauch have to pay for each message, or do you pay? Yeah, right. You says. I only got a couple in order, guys. Then the rest go awry. So we're going to have to figure it out. So you wouldn't. I don't do social media. I added 10 to your account. Not many people don't do social media. Then how did you find me on this page, LOL? Letecia. Not many people don't do social media. Then how did you find me on this page, LOL? You said, I followed the trial. I also follow Reddit. That's how I found this app. I have social media before, just not someone who's always on it is all I meant. I work a lot. Letitty said, I see. It's definitely used in negative ways, but it's all about whether we care to entertain it or not. Sorry, that was like a really icky noise, but all I thought about in that moment was Al having to get through Leticia's mind. Fuck social media. Al kept saying, I don't care about social media. I don't care what people are saying in the Facebook group. I don't care. Do you remember that in their text messages and on their phone calls? He's like, I don't care what they're saying. I don't care what the social media is like. Because she kept bringing it up. What's gusto? You know what? I don't know what that definition means, Angel, but I feel like it accurately describes how I am reading it. So I see. It's definitely used in negative ways, but it's all about whether we care to entertain it or not. You said, yes, I agree. I definitely don't. LOL. Can I ask how you have been holding up? Can't imagine how frustrating this all must be. Letitty says, I'm good. I stay busy with stuff, or I'm watching my TV or on the tablet. Girl, I don't worry about the crazies. I focus on God and do my thing. who's going to tell her? Who's going to tell her? Bitch, you are the crazy. Who you calling crazy, Letecia? Who are you calling crazy? Oh my. I don't worry about the crazies. Oh, did I delete all of them? Oh, fuck, did I? Gosh, darn nabbit, I did. They're all out of my StreamYard because the trial's over. Do I need to pull up the photos of you, Letecia? Do I need to pull up the pregnant lady who was not really pregnant, but actually stuffed with 8 months full of cash? Eduardo, Maria Sanchez, summoning vampires with a button in your cell. Who you calling crazy? No, she didn't. You said, oh, so you guys have personal TVs and stuff? I did a small stint for a few weeks for some weed when I was a kid, lol. They didn't have any of that stuff. Crazy. Yeah, I am not religious, but I am very spiritual and do believe in God. A lot of people are crazy and think they know everything. What kind of shows? This is where things went wrong. No, here it is. No. What kind of shows are you into? Maybe you can recommend one for when I actually have a second to watch some TV. Bless you, Blanca. What? Letecia gonna recommend us some Netflix and chill? What's happening here? What's oh yeah, Real Love Orange is the New Black. Oh really? What's happening here? Oh my god. And the fact that she even has access is a disgusting. It's just shame. It's a shame. Letitty said, I mostly watch ESPN, MTV, A&E, and the ABC and CBS stuff. Whatever is on. But mostly sports, since it's baseball playoffs, WNBA playoffs, and of course, football. Yeah, girl, we have cable on our TVs, plus air channels from satellite, movies on the tablet, and movies on a big screen on movie night. Karaoke, musical freedom, recovery, fundraisers for outside food places, Walmart fundraisers for hygiene. It's basically where they raise money and where you buy stuff from Walmart. Candy fundraisers. You can sign up for a yard crew and be outside most of the day. We have go-kart where you buy all the bitch. I don't even want to finish this message. I'm always happy that it's fucking out of order. Go-kart. We have go-kart where you buy all the good foods like fruits, veggies, yogurt, outside sandwiches, and you could always start any activity you like as long as 2 or more people sign up. Prisons promote rehabilitation in this part of the country. It was the same in the Co. It's Prisneyland. Okay. I don't even want to make a joke, honestly, because that fucking really pisses me off. She... Prisneyland. I put the first few in order, Blanca, but they're going to go awry after this. She said Prisneyland. She said fucking Prisneyland. And I know because even in the messages between Allie and her, also, you know, she said, I could do anything I fucking want. You know, this is great. She should be in a fucking cell. Four walls. And the only thing she should be forced to look at are the photos of Gannon's remains after he was recovered in that suitcase, thrown off that bridge. Because I know after the trial, that's the images that are burned into all of our minds. And the fact that you can sit there and talk about go-karting and movies and food, and after what you did to that baby. And you should have the video of Gannon crying, playing as that audio, saying sorry. And I'd like to think that it would haunt you. But I think it's becoming very clear that that doesn't haunt or disturb you at all. That you have no remorse whatsoever for what you've done. That you are happy and you are content. That's that makes me so fucking mad. This person says, oh, okay, sounds pretty laid back now. And this is in prison for fucking murder. Just keep in mind. Glad you were entertained. Why did they move you from Colorado? Thought it was surprising. People who know it all. I've heard say it was for protection, but if you don't want to talk about it, that's okay. I'm glad you were doing well, though. Letecia says, it had absolutely nothing to do with less people knowing about my case. I was housed with people from Colorado for 3.5 years, so of course everyone knew. I only had issues in the beginning back in 2020. After that, people knew my character, and I never got in fights or was I attacked or any of these stupid stories that people make up. The codes in Colorado prison were straight. And both prisons are the same. It was a difference of media, whom always scheduled visits and blocked spots or people selling my pictures. If you leave on an IC, you get more privacy, because there's a stipulation for that. Gosh, these dumb stories are so off. It was not safe for me to go anywhere that someone would be willing to take a picture and selling it or recording me. That's what it was about. No, inmates did not beat me up or any of these stupid assumptions people have. I was in general pop there. I just wanted to be away from. This is where it went wrong. I just wanted to be away from constant limelight. To add to that, everyone knows me here too. 6 people in my building are here on ICs from Colorado or just left there while I was in county. Difference, it's not like some fan club running around. So it was wise to do this and let the time pass and people there at DW move on. Thank you, Shay Benet. Thank you so much for gifting 5 memberships. And congratulations to the recipients. Yeah. Thank you so much. Your character, did you say? Yay, Jojo. Congrats. Your character, did you say? I'm sorry. And all these people trying to take pictures of you. Bitch, don't flatter yourself. Don't fucking flatter yourself, girl. You ain't some boo thing. The reason that people take photos of you is the same reason why in the 1800s people went to the circus and marveled at conjoined twins, right? It's this fascination of something that your brain couldn't properly understand or process. Now in the 1800s, at that time, they just weren't aware, and they didn't have the medical science and the knowledge. So at that time, it was just something that was mind-blowing to them. Okay, the concept. Now, obviously, like we know, as time has passed and as we've grown knowledge, we can understand conjoined twins. We look at you, Letecia, because you are literally something that our brain cannot comprehend. We look at you like an anomaly. We look at you like you're part of the fucking circus. Like, come on, folks, step right up. An inhumane, heartless, soulless woman who brutally murdered her stepchild, who she was trusted to care for, this beautiful child, and walks around giggling and making snide comments and flipping the finger. We look at you the way people used to look at the bearded lady and the fucking giant and the conjoined twins. We look at you like our fucking head is blown because we cannot process the information. And I mean that with absolutely no disrespect to any bearded ladies or conjoined twins or giants. Seriously, like what I'm saying is like our brains cannot compute what you are. You are a monster walking among us. You are the devil in fucking flesh. So do not flatter yourself with people wanting to take photos of you or videos of you or the limelight. It is just so rare that people could ever witness such an inhumane act. And not just the act itself, it's the behavior after. That we look and we marvel like, wow, that is astonishing. Thank you, Nay. Oh, you guys are being so kind. Thank you so much. Congratulations to any of the people who received gifted memberships from Nay. Michelle, I couldn't even get that sentence out because you just made me laugh. I mean it though, because I didn't want that to come off the wrong way. That's why I'm saying, like, in older times, like with conjoined twins and stuff, I didn't want to say like being a murderer is synonymous with a medical condition. That's not how I meant it, so I hope it doesn't come off that way. Versus the way people looked at people with those type of conditions back when they were uneducated and they couldn't understand it. That's what I meant. Their mind was blown and they did look at them like they came from a different world, like that. That's how they looked, because they didn't know better. That's how we look at Letecia. Like, what the fuck? Sorry. Thank you so much, my snot rocket. I hope you sneezed and rocketed snot on every one of those new members. Yeah, fucking oh, there's we know that there's a snitch that goes to Letecia, but she wouldn't. I can message her, but she's not gonna want to talk to me. That's for hell sure, because I can't even fake perform with Letecia. Can I judge your beard? So she said, if they use their common sense, no, okay. We're gonna stop right there because there ain't no fucking way Letecia Stauch is talking about other people needing to use common sense. Blanca has 7 hours left to send her one last FU message from us. Oh yeah, that's what Blanca wants. She wants us to read her messages, and then she has the ability to send Letecia one message, and she wants us to write her one message from all of us. So we need to compile a message. But there ain't no way Letecia Stauch is talking to us about using common sense again. Mrs. I stopped and I needed to give an 8-month pregnant woman a ride, but she wasn't really pregnant. Her belly, it was filled with cash money. Please, bitch, please. Don't even. But go on. Please, continue. If they used their common sense, it's right next door as far as state. If it was for physical safety, it wouldn't have the one state over where they have tons of people here from Colorado. Sometimes people just don't think, I guess. No, she did. No. Should we pull up once again where you oh no. Should we pull up once again where you called the tip line twice from in jail? You wanna go through that again one more time before you tell me how sometimes people just don't think about how they're snatching up kids in the back of vans and using coffee shops to launder money? No? Okay. We'll continue. Sometimes people just don't think, I guess. It's just hilarious at these dumbass stories. I can't. She's at the worst stories. I was housed with these same people for years in CJC. So why would I need... See, this is where it... Why would I need... So why would I need? I don't know. So dumb people are. Let's just go with that. All right. What is IC? Yeah, I figured it didn't make sense because you had been there a long time and I haven't heard any incidents. I'm glad you are safe. I can definitely see people coming after you just for attention or fame. That's crazy all on its own. So you were in Gen Pop in Kansas too? I was worried when I heard you were in 23-hour lockup, but I don't know how long that lasted or lasts. I heard that's a long time ago. Also, I heard Al's request a few years of solitary at the impact statement. I surely hope that isn't the case. What is IC? Yeah, I figured it didn't make it. I'm not going to read that again. Dan, did you get charged duplicate again? And then it says, sent a message yesterday, but it's still pending. I wonder if they didn't approve it or what, and why if they did. But regardless, I was just saying, yeah, their reasons didn't make sense. I sure hope you aren't on lockdown all the time like I had heard or hear. Letecia says, yeah, the weekends take forever to approve sometimes. It picks random ones to delay. I don't know who came up with lockdowns. Prisons aren't like that, only when you're on security risk, like mental health watches, or if you are on behavior watches, or you are locked down. It's a 180 of jail. Oh, well, maybe you will get it later on. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know who did it, but seems a bit crucial. Not sure what a 180 jail means. I'm finally making it home. Had to work today as well. Shake my head. Letecia says, no, I was saying I don't know who keeps thinking prisons are locked down. They are not. You have the potential to be out from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. during the week and 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. on weekends. It's all about behavior. I was saying it's a 180 of jail, the exact opposite. You actually live here. Some people never lock down because they live in open dorms. Some have their own room key. It's about incentive levels. Follow the rules, you get more. Act crazy, you get less. Oh, thanks, MK, for gifting another membership. Thank you so much. And congrats to whoever received it. Wow. She is making this seem like glory. Okay. So he said, oh, wow. Yeah, I only been to jail, so I didn't know prison, but I heard it is a lot more lenient. Made any good friends yet? I know this is probably none of my business, but I'd rather just be upfront. And that's just how I am. So if you don't want to answer my question, it's totally fine. But I am curious. Crime Curious. Don't forget to subscribe to Crime Curious, guys. She's writing a book on this. I'm dropping her link now. Before I can truly befriend you, I just need to know by you, from you, that you are 100% innocent. I was hoping to hear you talk during the trial to hear your side, but I never got the chance. Ah, God. Here we go. You like that, Allie? She said, it's not wise to say your side at a trial, especially when you are trying to do another strategy. And what strategy is that? Look like a crazy motherfucker? Because I'm going to pull up that article where your lawyer spoke out that Allie showed me and I brought up during my other live. Yeah. What strategy was that? I asked her if she wanted me to relay any sort of direct message to my readers. She said, yes, Jesus is awesome. Oh, I'm sure Jesus has a has a great message back for her. Jesus Christ. Unintended. Hi, Rachel Townsend. Hi, how are you? She says, and if you looked at the DNA and the G specialist, you would know the answer to that without me revealing my strategy for appeals. His wasn't on anything of mine, but a shoe. And mine wasn't on anything, not even the main thing. It was unknown DNA. What? Is she talking about blood? Or like just DNA in general? His DNA wasn't on anything of mine but a shoe. And my DNA wasn't on anything, not even the main thing. Are you talking about his body? Did you just refer to his body as the main thing? I'm good, Rachel. I'm just mad at Letecia Stauch. Please don't tell me she referred to Gannon himself as the main thing. Please tell me I'm wrong. Oh, the suitcase? Thistle? That's a good... You might be right. Could be the suitcase. Yep, you guys are probably right, actually. That would make more sense. All right, because I was about to get... Oof. His wasn't on anything of mine but a shoe. And mine wasn't on anything, not even the main thing. Yeah, that would be the suitcase, yeah. Thank you, Sexy Wilding Claws, for being a member for 7 months. Yeah, 2 more months and we have a little YouTube baby. Well, I think it's Kate the main thing as far as in the case with his body being in the suitcase. Oof, that makes me mad. Oof, oof, oof. Okay. So it's not wise to say your side at a trial, especially when you are trying to do another strategy. And if you looked at the DNA and the gun specialist, you would know the answer to that without me revealing my strategy for appeals. His wasn't on anything of mine but a shoe. And mine wasn't on anything, not even the main thing. It was unknown DNA. Neither can I, Allie. Wow. You said, I do know that about the shoe. I do know that about the shoe. Only thing was the ride to, was it Florida? What was that all about, if I may ask? I almost thought you just needed some time away from all the crazies, but I guess everyone just used it against you. Letecia said, oh, man. I should get another trial because of the automatic appeal from the juror whose son worked for the DA who prosecuted me. If not, God knows what I did and didn't do. He knows my mind then. He knows my intentions and my heart. Exactly. You pled guilty. Well, not guilty by reason of insanity, but guilty to the crime, but not guilty by reason of insanity. Admitting to the crime, but not guilty because you did not know what you were doing at this time that you were committing the crime. Yeah, that's fucking Satan is right. She never makes any sense, Clicker, to be fair. Wow. See, because who was it? Was it John Grusing or whatever? So who was it that said that they don't think Letecia has accepted what she's done, like lying to herself, won't accept it? You says, I hope you do. So what was that Florida drive about? Of course, God knows absolutely everything. Luke 8:17 is a really good verse. I had a condo in Orlando. One of my guy friends lived there. I had a license there. My ex's who died fam is there. I had a support system there, etc. She had a condo in Orlando? You too, butterfly kisses? She had a condo in Orlando. Oh, that's interesting. MK. You wrote, but why go to Florida to just come back a few days later if the thing was to be your support system? Wow, a condo? Cool. I just got into my own not long ago. It's in downtown, so I can see all the skyline. Letecia said, I don't know what you're talking about. I did not come back. I never came back until I went to jail. That's cool. Downtown living is fun. You said, oh, I thought you had come back after that. So you went from Florida to Myrtle Beach again? Because isn't that where they arrested you? Regardless, it's all crazy. I can't believe they did all that extra crap. Cops are something else. Letecia says, no, I didn't come back. I owned a house in Myrtle Beach. Oh, now she owns a condo in Florida. And she owns a house in Myrtle Beach. Crime Curious, can you confirm? Can you confirm or deny? No, I didn't come back. I owned a house in Myrtle Beach and all my stuff was there. And all of my friends are there. Yeah, they wasted a ton of money for sure. So wait, was all of your fucking friends and support system in Florida? Was all your fucking friends and support system in Myrtle Beach? Did you own the condo in Florida? Or did you own a fucking house in Myrtle Beach? Crime Curious, pause your shampooing of the carpets for a moment. I could see Crime Curious right now, like hunched over, shampooing her carpets. Pause it for a moment. Can you please confirm or deny what Letecia Stauch? Okay, so Albert and Letecia own the house in Myrtle Beach. Okay, thank you. But do you know about the condo in Florida? 100% I turned it off. Like, be right back. She told the shampoo. I'll be right back. I hope so, J-Lord. Oh, God. So you wrote, oh, okay. So is that where Harley lives now? Your house in Myrtle Beach? Yeah, it was a lot of wasted taxpayers' money for show. Faux show. Letecia says, ha ha, a judge can't order people to solitary. Who said anything about... Did I miss a message? Did I miss a message? I know nothing about her owning a condo in Florida. If she did, it was Aunt Brenda's. Thank you, Crime Curious. I appreciate it. And again, you guys, Crime Curious has an amazing channel. She's been collabing with Alex Erickson and Bendy Lou on the case files of Letecia Stauch, and she is writing a book on this case, and I really cannot wait. And she has literally an entire website on this, so I think it's just crimecurious.com. Allie, you could drop the link if you'd like. No record of Letecia owning a condo that I've seen. She's such a fucking McLiarson. Thank you so much for that information. You may presume the shampoo. You asked about solitary? Okay, Blanca, thank you. So she says, ha ha. A judge can't order people to solitary. Oh, they can't? Right, J-Lord? Solitary is illegal in most states at the prison level unless you are VIO inside. I did not have problems. Haha, a judge can't order people to solitary. Solitary is illegal in most states at the prison level unless you are VIO inside. I did not have problems or incidents. I have explained to you that prisons are like that. It's your home, not a jail. So don't worry. I am literally cooking food now, watching TV, and making a Baja Blast. Bitch, I don't even know how to make a... Bitch, I don't even know how to make a Baja fucking Blast. How the fuck is she making one? A Baja motherfucking Blast? Excuse me? Oh, this is getting real. Oh, this is getting legit up in here. Whoa. Fucking Baja motherfucking Blast? Huh. Okay. I didn't know we were taking it to that fucking level. Shut the That is why you're a mod. Right there. Well, Lottie fucking da, Michelle. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I did not know. I once watched a video of how they made a ramen burrito. They called it, I don't know, they had Cheetos and stuff. It was like a prison something they call, I don't know what it was. But nobody told me about Baja Blasts. So, she said, I'm literally home. This is my home. I'm cooking food, watching TV, making a Baja Blast, and messaging you. This is a fucking shame. And this is where our money is going. While we're out here busting our asses working, our taxpayers' money this is where we're going for them. It's not just 3 hot cots and a fucking, not 3 hot cots. Of course I fucked it up. 3 hot meals and a cot, right? No. They're getting this look how happy she is. This is like this, I have seen shittier reviews at the fucking Marriott than Letecia is reviewing for prison. I have seen people Yelp the Best Western horrible reviews in comparison to Letecia's prison review. What? Oh, thank you so much, Elena, aka now. Thank you so much. It's so super kind of you and very much appreciated. Thank you. What? What? She's like 5 out of 5 stars. Will come back again. Like, what? The staff is amazing. The turn down service is great. I didn't even have to put my order on the door. They just showed up with my breakfast. Stellar. Superb. What the fuck is happening? This is true, Blanca. So we have to get our message together before 9 a.m. All right, we're almost done with your messages. You said, oh, see, I don't know about all this stuff. So I didn't know if they could or not. Seems pretty cozy after all. Oh, I got through all of them. So there we are. So now, hey, this Mel. So now, geez, Eloise, we, as Melissa Jade's chat gets to compose one message to respond to Letecia Stauch with. Blanca gets to she has until 9 a.m. and she's giving us the courtesy to collaborate on this message. And so what do we want to say to Miss Stauch? My first question would be, how many characters do we get? I know, Tiny Dancer, you're not wrong. You're not wrong, because this is crazy. Well, do what, KPM? That messaging is actually legit. I know that's true, Clancy. You make a great valid point. She is a known liar. So could she be lying about how great her time is? Yeah, absolutely. But usually there's a purpose for her lies, something she gets out of it. So what is she getting out of that? Yada yada yada. Only 2,000 characters, so choose wisely. Oh God, you guys. Oh God, this is a lot of press. This is a lot of pressure. All right. All right. I love that, Malibu. Must be great. Is that why you tried so hard to escape? Don't go. Dorothy Lewis. Oh my God. Oh man, the pressure. Oh, the pressure. Oh gosh. See, part of me, like I want to go for that funny, like there's so many just off the cuff hilarious things I want to say, but for real, if I could just say one fucking thing to her, I probably would compose a message trying to hit her as hard as I could, saying that I hope every time you close your eyes, you are forever haunted by the beautiful boy that you took from this world and that you never get a restful night of sleep again. And may God not have mercy on your soul. There's the other Jen. She doesn't want people to know she's miserable in there because people want her to be miserable in there. She won't give them the satisfaction. That's a great point. And guys, when I kept saying both the Jens earlier, this is the Jen from the word case studies. And so make sure you go over hold on. No, wait. Do I have you as Bendy or do I have you as Jen? Nope, I have you as Jen Lou. Okay. And so it's been Alex Erickson and the Jens, which is Crime Curious and Jen Liu from the Ward Case Studies. 3 of them have collaborated and done an amazing job at breaking down these case files and covering them in depth. So make sure you just go over and you show all 3 of them love, and they're not done. They're still breaking it down. Like I said, they've just been nice enough to kick it over my way and let me kind of like pick into it. And so I appreciate it very much. But just even them being the same case files, hearing different people go over it, different perspectives, different interpretations makes a very big difference. And so they're amazing creators, have many different things on their channel. So go out if you aren't already subscribed and take a moment and please subscribe to all 3 of them. And so what's your last vision of Gannon, like FBIS or and you know what's but Jen makes a great point because it's almost like, all right, because I said when she is a known liar, but usually she has to benefit something. She has to get something out of the lie. So what would be the purpose of saying how splendid her time is in prison? And Jen's putting a good point here saying she doesn't want people to know she's miserable in there because people want her to be miserable. She won't give them that satisfaction. And that's a great point. That's the only thing that I could think of why she would not admit it is because she wants us. She knows we want her to be miserable and she doesn't want to give us that satisfaction. She's being told everything we say. Who's the snitch? Who literally, okay, I have one thing to say. And whoever you are and you are listening out there and you know who you are, because right now you are literally sitting there, whether you're listening to me through your phone or your computer or your TV. But yeah, you, that one person, that one single person that's listening, if you are the mole for Letecia Stauch, oof. Like, come on. Come on. What does that make you? How sad. How sad and small you must be. Right? Like, imagine if your biggest relevance in life that, oh, well, I'm giving this child murderer the inside scoop of what's going on, of creators who are covering the case and calling out the horrible actions. You know what I mean? Like, so yeah, you're whoever you are, that one person, and I hope you're sitting there, even though nobody else knows who you are, you're sitting there and you feel embarrassed and ashamed alone. And you look at yourself, because that is sad. That is really, really sad. And if you need the validation of a child murderer, you need that feeling of, oh, good boy. You need that pat on your head that you gave that information. You have some deeper issues that you should address. Okay, so put a 1 in the chat if you want the message to Letecia to be more lighthearted. Put a 2 in the chat if you want the message to Letecia to be on a more serious note. Put a 1 in the chat if you want it to be more lighthearted. Put a 2 in the chat if you want it to be on a more serious note. This is the only way I could think to go about it. I was Shay-Benet. Oh, we got serious. I love all of you, actually, for that. I love all of you because there is not many times I would ever opt for serious over comical, especially because I use sense of humor as a coping mechanism. But this, like I said, this is one time where I would go for the serious note. And look at all of you unanimously going for the serious. I love you guys. What an awesome group of fucking people. Okay. 2,000 characters or less. Well, I think it is going to stop her from texting, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, Blanca. It's the last message, right? You're not going to continue messaging her? Let me make sure I'm understanding this right, unless you're planning on continuing to message her. It's the last message? Because as far as I know, it was the big FU from us. If we could figure out, but again, she's heartless. What I would love to do is figure out a message to where she opens it and when she reads it, even for a moment, it hits, it hits her. That would be great. All right, so put in the chat what you guys think should be in the message. Oh, the snitch is going to tell her ahead of time? Okay. So you think I should just... Well, then you guys would have to trust me to email this and trust me to write on your guys' behalf. Yeah, she'll be able to respond. We don't know who the snitch is. She doesn't, Miss Gannon. We know the answer to that. Sadly, Kate, right? It's the last message. I could do that. Be crumbs. I could speak with Allie and the Jens, and we could compose a message and have it sent, and then tell you guys what the message was after. Hello from the outside. Oh man. It's she's really, you guys think it's Brenda? That's well, you know what? At least it's family. At least it's family. It's somewhat in your head make sense of that. Tell her how irrelevant she is, how there's not a single soul on the earth that cares if she lives or dies, that all of her evil plots and lies have amounted to nothing. And when she does, ooh, I'm waiting for the next. I'm anxiously waiting for the next part, this Melma. We have till 9 a.m. to get her the message, though, Blanca. So I got you. I know I got to email it to you. Oh my gosh. You know what, Pete? What would suit, the part in Billy Madison? Oh my God. What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having to listen to it. May God have mercy on your soul. Remember that part? I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul. It's just so appropriate. Breathe her last breath. The only legacy that she will be leaving is a collective shudder from the world as we rid of her filthy soul. That's good. That's very good, this Momo. Doyle rules. Does it just not seem fucking appropriate? Yeah, be like, if there's a fucking hygiene fundraiser, you'd think you'd be a little bit more on top of that. Hygiene, Letecia Lagrisha. I award you no points. May God have mercy on your soul. God, she's so fucking. Either way, guys. It's been very nice to do a double feature with you guys. Like I said, I did not want to push off episode 1 of the Case Files of Letecia Stauch, but I really wanted to get on and do the Delphi update. But it's been an amazing night, and I really very much look forward to doing this series with you guys. My aim is to do minimum of 2 episodes a week. Like I said, there's over 1,000 pages in this case file, so there's a lot to go through. There's a lot that was not used in the trial, and if you were very invested in this case and in this trial, this is very fascinating to pick through, and little nuggets that are there, and it helps make that bigger picture so you could get the full image. But I very much appreciate Allie and the Jens for sharing it with me. It's so super nice and amazing. And like I said, if you're watching on replay, I'm going to link Alex Erickson's channel in my description. And I'll link the other Jens channels in my description too. So definitely go check them out. And so I'm not sure what day I'll be doing episode 2, probably in 2 days from now, figure. Actually, well, no, Thursday is the court day for Delphi, so I'll probably be doing that. So maybe tomorrow or Friday. I don't know. Either or. I'll figure it out. I'll have it scheduled. We'll figure it out. But thank you for everybody who had gifted memberships tonight. Thank you for anybody who sent a super chat. Your support is appreciated more than you know. And yeah, I will compile the email and I will send it over to you, Blanca. I very much appreciate you sharing those messages with us. Other than that, I hope you all have an amazing rest of your night. And I will see you all tomorrow. So I will talk to you all soon.